Cardinals history is not short on stunning moments. But 40 years ago, a most unlikely hero pulled off perhaps the most eye-popper of them all. And 4 decades later, Glenn Brummer still enjoys that spotlight. Corey Miller has more in tonight's Sports Plus Spotlight Story.
This has changed. Just a little bit in 40 years, huh?
For Glenn Brummer, the scene of the crime may have changed just a bit, but the memory is as vivid as ever.
So this is where it happened.
40 years ago, Brummer was a member of one of the fastest teams in Cardinals history. Anchored by names like Ozzie, Willie, Lonnie, and Tommy, the 1982 Cardinals stole 200 bases. They were so fast, Brummer felt sorry for his catching counterparts on opposing teams.
Yeah, Lance Parrish, his first game in St. Louis, we stole 6 bases off of him. The next day, he had a sleeve on his elbow. Couldn't play. Seriously, couldn't play. He was done.
But 40 years later, the stolen base we're still talking about from that season came from the Cardinals' third-string catcher from an Illinois farm town. August 22nd, 1982. The Cardinals host the Giants in a game that heads to the 12th inning. Brummer ended up on third base as the winning run when he spotted his wife in the stands.
She was sitting behind third base. They had a flight at 5 o'clock, right? And she said, "Glenn, can you do something?" I looked up and said, "Well, yeah, I don't know, maybe," right?
So with lanky lefty Gary Lavelle on the hill, the catcher with 1 career steal to his name started to get an idea, one his third base coach didn't like.
I asked Chuck, "You know I can go?" He says, "Yes, you can, but I ain't gonna let you."
But with 2 strikes on David Green at the plate, go he did, to the surprise of everyone in the stadium.
I remember us screaming, "What the hell are you doing?" I think he had 2 strikes on him. I mean, you just don't do that. But when you're hot, you're hot.
At the bell. Checks. Brummer stealing home. He is safe, and the Cardinals win. Brummer stole home. The dugout comes out, and they congratulate him. You wouldn't believe it.
So I jump up and make sure I look. I am safe, right? And so I jumped into Tommy Herr's arms. I said, "We're done. Let's get off the field. Let's go have a beverage."
But I think the surprise of the whole thing confused everybody, including the umpire. And I'm not sure if he even called the pitch a ball or a strike. He just called him safe.
In fact, there wasn't a call of the pitch. And with the players celebrating all the way to the locker room, manager Whitey Herzog wanted to get out of there before the Giants could raise an objection.
He went to the ground crew and said, "Roll this tarp and let's get off the field before someone changes their mind. Let's get out of here."
Brummer had a 5-year career in the majors and even got to play in Game 6 of the 1982 World Series.
Glenn Brummer, there you see him.
And I get a call in the bullpen. Dave Ricketts answers it. He says, "Brummer, you're in the game." "You sure? Call back down and make sure this is right."
But he'll always be known for his daring dash against the Giants. And the now 67-year-old Branson resident will talk with anyone and everyone about his moment in the spotlight.
The number one question was, what if he wasn't safe? I said, "Well, I don't know. I'd probably have been in Louisville the next day. I don't know." I guess I stunned 47,000 people.
In St. Louis for Sports Plus,
You wouldn't believe it. Glenn Brummer.
I'm Corey Miller.